even though it looks kind of hard, is very easy if you look at just key things that can help you, okay? All of these problems today have an equation. All of them. This one has an equation, this one has an equation, this one has an equation, this one has an equation. That makes it easy. You don't have to read everything, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do these problems, and then you're going to do a Schoology assignment. Problem number 1. They gave you this equation, and then they're asking you for this. So if I type both of those in Desmos, it will give you the answer. And I mean, type it exactly like you see it in 2 lines. So write this down in Desmos. Type both. You're going to type both of those in Desmos. Okay? So pause the video, put it in Desmos, and let's see what it gives you. So here's how we're typing it. H of x equals x squared minus 16 in 1. Notice it's a parabola. And then in the next one, you're just going to type h of 3 close parentheses, and it will give you the answer. Okay? So that's how you're typing it in Desmos. What is my answer? -7. Okay, so right here, all you tell me is it's -7. So then how are you going to do number 2? How are you going to do number 2? The same way, right? Now, you don't have to type t. You can type any other letter. You can say f of x equals 1/3 x minus 3. Let me make this bigger. You can make this an f if you want to, or an h. It can be whatever you want. But we're typing all of this in Desmos. And I'm going to check to see if the t will work or not. You're going to type all of that in Desmos. So pause the video and put both of those in Desmos so that it can give you the answer. Let's see if t of x works. Yep. 1/2 parentheses x minus 3 close parentheses square. It's a quadratic. And then all you need to do is type t of -1, and it will give you the answer. +8. Make sure that you are typing this in Desmos so that you are practicing how to do this, so that when you have to do it, you know how to do it. Okay? And then the last one is the same way, because they gave you an equation. So I'm going to type this in Desmos, and I'm going to type this one in Desmos. I need to find what that is. So let me make this bigger. What's another way for me to write the 5? What's a way that I can write the 5? P of 5. Okay? Or, write this down, or open up the table. Open up table and look for 5. So I'm going to show you both ways in Desmos because we got to know how to do that with the other problems that are coming up. So pause the video, type the equation in Desmos, see if you can find an answer while I type it on my end. So here we go. I'm typing it in Desmos. It's going to be P of x equals x squared plus 10. And then we can type P of 5. Okay? Now, let's say you didn't know how to do that. Vamos a decir que no sabías cómo hacer eso. I'm going to take this one off and hit this button right here. You see this button? Everybody look. This button right here, open up the table. And go look, type the number 5. So put the number 5 on there, and it gives you the answer. 5 gives me 35. Okay? And you can also go find that number on here once you type it. So that's how we're going to do the other problems. So let's type our answer here first. 5 gives me 35 in the table, X and Y. Right? So my answer is the 35. Let's go look at the next problems. Okay, so now that you know how to do this, first of all, if you try to type all of this in Desmos, it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this one first, and then I'm going to go look for this one. So everybody write this down. It's going to be Y equals X parentheses X plus 4. That's my equation. And then my other equation, that's Y equals 192. Y equals Y equals. That's how I'm going to do it. So pause the video, go put those in Desmos, and let's see what you get. Y equals X parentheses X plus 4, close parentheses, and Y equals 192. So you have to zoom out and go look for 192. I can even change the colors if you can't see it. I'm going to change it to a red, so it's my purple and my red where they cross. Okay? So it's at -16 and at 12. -16, there's a point, and 12, there's another point. But what is it asking? It says, the area of a right triangle is given by this formula, where S is the length of the smallest side in centimeters. What is the length of the smallest side? Well, I had two answer choices, right? I had 12 and I had -16. Let's go look again. I had -16 and I had +12. Which one is my answer? 12. Because this is not -16, right? And also we cannot have negative distance. You cannot have a negative distance when you measure something. Cuando mides algo, no puede ser negativo. Okay, it cannot be a negative. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I see an equation. I'm going to type it. Cole kicks a football. The equation describes the height of the ball t minutes after it was kicked. Approximately how many seconds went by before the ball hit the ground? ¿Cuántos segundos pasaron? How many seconds passed till it hit the ball? So this is me hitting the ball, and then the ball comes down, and then when did it hit the ground? ¿Cuándo tocó el piso? So we're going to type that equation, and we're going to go look at how long it took for it to hit the ground. So pause the video, type the equation. Y equals -16x squared plus 60x. So here goes my parabola. This is when I kicked it right here, and then it goes up, and then it comes back down, and this is when it hit the ground. Okay, the ball started right here at 0, 0. Started here, goes up, comes back down, hits the ground. So what's my answer? Aproximadamente. It's 3.75. So which one's closer? 3.8. Okay, it says the key word here is approximately. Aproximadamente. All right, 2 more really quickly before the video ends. This one, you're going to type it in Desmos. It's going to be y equals 1/2 x squared plus 1/2 x. And we're looking for a sum of 820, so we could do y equals 820. Okay, type both of those in Desmos and find the answer. Number 7, how would you do number 7? You're going to type this equation in Desmos, and then it's asking if the owner wants to make 3,500, so then the other equation is going to be y equals 3,500. So you're going to type this equation and this equation in Desmos and see where they cross. So pause the video, do both of those, and see what you get. All right, this is number 6. It has -41 and 40. So find the answer for that one. That's how you do number 6. Pause the video. Let's do number 7. Okay, this is how you do problem number 7. And then you would have to zoom in. You have to zoom in to see both. Zoom out and then zoom in and then click on both. One is 2 and one is 5. And it says if he wants to make at least 3,500, what is the least amount he can raise? El número más chico, the smallest amount, the least amount. What would the answer be? 2. The answer would be 2. That's the least.